We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy Hedgehog. I saw Sonic 3, the Hedgehog. And I will refer to it as such because for some reason, the filmmakers, the people designing the title sequences for this film seem to want it to be called Sonic 3, the Hedgehog. You would see Sonic 3 come up as the title, and you go, okay, here we are. This is why I got the ticket. This is why I got a ticket. And then beneath it, it would say The Hedgehog. And you go, wow, I'm in even more now that the Hedgehog is here. Just a strange thing I noticed. But yeah, I saw Sonic 3. Why? It's a good question. It's a fair question. I didn't see the other Sonic movies because why would I? Why would I see them? I've seen the posters. I never played with a Sonic toy or played him on a game. I do think it's cool what he does. He zooms really quick, and I think that's fun. I like that he turns into a ball and goes, and there's rings involved, and he's blue. I like things that are blue, and he's blue. He's got some other shades on him. He's got boots, which is really fun, and his gloves are fun, and I like that he's spiky. So there's things about him that I like, and I like the idea of a thing going wow in general. Not really a fast car guy myself, like I'm not really into cars, but a hedgehog that's zooming is definitely up my alley in a way that I can appreciate. So I went into this with that in mind, enjoying this boy. Is he a boy or a man? Am I a boy or a man? You know, it's an existential thing. But I went into this being like, okay, Sonic. I saw Nosferatu a couple days ago, the new Robert Eggers interpretation of the story of Count Orlok. And it was probably my most anticipated movie of the year. And I found it deeply disappointing. An unnecessary, futile effort. I found it futile. I did not see why the interpretation was needed. It sort of retreaded the beats of the previous iterations and didn't bring a lot new to the table, other than some pretty impressive visual flair and a diabolically bad performance from Lily Rose Depp. So I was very disappointed with that. Me and my friend of another gender, we said, you know what? Let's see Sonic 3. Why not? It's getting good reviews. So we're there. But I'm setting the scene. We go, time to go to the theater. We sit down. Boom. Sonic 3. The Hedgehog. And we're in. And you know what? It was good. It was good. I'll spoil it right now and tell you. I rated this a 3.5 out of 5 on Letterboxd. Now, I have a bit of a curve, I suppose, that I'm grading this on, just in the sense that I realized very quickly when the movie started that this was very much aimed at children. As in little boys, little girls, who, like me, I think probably enjoy the physical presence of this hedgehog and think he is cute and good. And probably, play the games. It's a movie designed for children of any age, any persuasion. Either the young boy, the young girl, eating their popcorn in the theater. And they go, look, he's going. Oh my God. How those little fucks talk. Or the adult children, that are just obsessed with things from their childhood. But the movie started and it's James Marsden and his wife, and there's Sonic and Idris Elba as the Knuckles, and that other little freak. And they're having sort of like a family camping thing. They're doing a race. They're racing. And just the way they spoke, the cadence of the movie, the tone, the little like plucky music in the background, those silly family movie strings kind of percolating in the atmosphere, the little bump, 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 bump. And he's making, his little comments like, I'm the fastest guy. Keep up with me. Keep up. You're falling behind. Just very clearly not aimed at someone like me. This is for little kids, for babies. And you need to give babies and little kids something to be entertained by. And hopefully it's in a vessel that the accompanying adults can find something to enjoy, right? That's the general premise of these kinds of movies. But you got to give some to the babies, because otherwise they grow up to become, like the Unabomber. If they don't have a like fuzzy creature teaching them morals, you blink, boom, Hitler, And so this kind of stuff is important. You need a good message, something that tells you to be yourself and to make good choices and all of that kind of thing. And if you don't have that, you end up a horrible nightmare demon. So this is that kind of positive experience for a child, and I respect it, and it's needed. So already the movie's starting, Sonic 3, the Hedgehog, we're in, they're racing in the woods. I understand what kind of movie we're getting. Everyone's waiting for Jim Carrey to show up, his little freaky mustache, twirling it around, And I just kind of let it wash over me and see what would happen. And one of the first things I found about this movie was that it was surprisingly very visually striking, engaging. It was neat to look at. I liked the texture of these animated creatures. I thought they looked cool. The movie was very colorful. It was shot with some verve and intention and creativity. It had a pop to it. I didn't feel like I was just watching these like static shots of okay, here's the live action character, here's the creature, he say funny joke, action beat, move on, get the message, and we're out. Like, it had fun to it. There was a fun to the filmmaking here. And that was fun for me. Even when the jokes weren't hitting or someone was farting, there was that flair and that color and not just like a wash of like dimmed, horrible, Marvel colors. Like, the colors popped and the action beats were fun. Like, the third act of this movie turns into a heist movie. And it was just very fun. It was very cool. Obviously, it was put in this, like, kid jacket. There's a little jacket, a little boy jacket over it. But inside, in that warm boy coat, there was something fun for me. And I don't feel particularly, excited about it, but I had a good time. I really enjoyed it. I liked watching the little creatures be friends and do a heist. And I enjoyed the fact that this Jim Carrey performance, 30-40% of the jokes worked. Some of them were pretty inspired. And they felt like there was a lot of Jim Carrey input in those moments. And I appreciated that. It was like, oh, you want to be a mantis? That's cool. We're going to have you become a praying mantis with your robot hands. Fun. Nothing wrong with that. I liked it. And by the time this movie was over, I had realized as it progressed, it just kept getting better and better and better, when it inevitably came to the part of the film where they needed to deliver a message, it was actually sweet. The character arcs were resolved pretty nicely, kind of boilerplate stuff, but it was done well. And again, the actual action beats in this, the thing that I assumed would be something I'd have to suffer through, were kind of the most fun part of the movie. Like Sonic and these other characters fighting each other and zooming all around the globe, fighting by the pyramids. It was fun. And again, it had that pop. It had a flow. The movie was not overly long. We live in this age of every movie needing to be 4 hours. Not Sonic. Not Sonic. It could have been a little shorter, and I might have liked it even more if it would have really hit that 90-minute mark. But it didn't feel overly long, and I had a good time. And I enjoyed, in the comedy realm, there's that scene with Keanu Reeves' Shadow and Dr. Robotnik's assistant, where they're going to go make guac in the giant robot crab, and Keanu Reeves saying, "Revenge guac," because he wants revenge. That was funny. Little stuff like that. Jim Carrey, his grandfather is introduced, also played by him. And throughout the movie, he has these like little nicknames he's giving him, like Poppy Seed and shit like that. I liked it. I had a good time. It was better than Nosferatu. So, yeah, Sonic 3 was good. I'd watch another one. We got to the end. They showed the I guess I'm just spoiling Sonic 3 the Hedgehog right now, but who gives a fuck? Post-credit scene. Girl Hedgehog shows up. And I was like, okay, are they going to fall in love? I want to know. I want to know what happens. So, yeah. Voice acting in this, nothing super memorable. Ben Schwartz, I think, probably showed up for 2 days, recorded the lines. There's not a lot of, real pathos that comes through in that performance. But it's, does the trick. All the actors in here are having fun. It was a good time. And I'd recommend it. Go see The Hedgehog. That was also cute. How in these really tense moments, they'd be like, "Hedgehog." You're an alien, bro, but you're calling him, you're like, "Oh, Hedgehog. Are you a hedgehog? Where are the hedges where you're from? Is this part of the lore?" I don't know. It was a hedgehog movie. It's a movie about a hedgehog. I liked it. It was better than Nosferatu. All right. Goodbye.